3, 2, 1, go.
Mark.
Last time on Lawful Stupid. As the boulder careens toward the stage, would you all roll again, just for the sake of everyone listening?
Yeah, for the listeners, definitely.
Listeners, because they probably forgot.
I rolled 12.
William rolled a 16.
12,
13. Also 13.
Oh, man.
All dead.
The boulder is about 10 feet from you, and suddenly it stops midair. As you look to your right, in the snow, because it has begun to fall into this stadium area, there is one of the earthbending druids, and he's laying there, and he's bloodied. But he's looking up at you, head raised and arm raised as his hand shakes, and he's holding this boulder. And he takes and he throws it back toward the stone giant, hitting it in the chest, knocking it to the ground. And then he collapses. And you're left standing on this stage in the middle of this thing. And you'll notice behind you, we'll if you're in the stage and you're looking north, south, east, and west, there are openings in each side of the walls. That is now left of what was the center of the maze. They all lead out. To the north is open. To the west, kind of where the giant was between the west and the north sector there, is open. To the south, 2 halflings and 3 humans walk in. And they also have these glowing white eyes. To the east are 2 Goliaths, 3 elves, and a Triton. And they both also have, or they all have, these glowing white eyes. As they look at you, and they have like these smiles, just barely teeth showing as they look at you, and they sniff.
Nope.
Into the air.
Time to run away.
And begin to walk toward you.
Let's go northbound. Nobody's there.
Real quick, just where we're running. That's where I'll be.
Yeah.
No one's gonna make a decision. Great, I run.
No, running northbound. Going.
Perfect,
Come on.
Lucian's gonna grab Miss B's hand and activate warding bond and say, "Stay close. Keep on."
Beltol's gonna pause a moment and make sure that she's between the other 3 and these new assailants, and then follow them north.
Yeah, okay. I think because they're like a walking pursuit, you are able to get a little distance in between them successfully. And you take out, and as you leave out the north exit, you said?
Yeah, that was the clear one.
Yes. Perception check for me, everyone.
Yeah, sure. Happy to.
Sure.
I'm really good at this. 12. It's 12.
18.
Good, and we'll do it kind of as a group. So 18 will be for everyone, and you'll all kind of, as you're frantic and running out, you see just the snow is littered with the color of red. Bodies lay everywhere around you. Debris from the stadium has collapsed, and it's pretty silent. But you hear, you look up because you're thinking about Dr. Enoch, and he's up on top of this tower, and he says, kind of almost in a whisper, but where you can hear, he's like, just keep going. I'll be just fine. And then you see behind you, about 50 feet, all of those figures are 2 Goliaths, 3 elves, the 2 halflings, and the humans. Smile still as they pursue you.
But they're just slow walking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we running.
Fuck these guys.
That's a little regular walk, like a mall walk. A little less than a mall walk.
Yeah, we're just booking, right?
Like the hips aren't into it yet?
Run.
Okay.
Run.
Yeah,
and you run into town, or are you running because the north would kind of be into town, back up the trail you took?
I'm following this new agent that's now, well, I guess I'm not. I'm following Miss B. Miss B, you tell me where to go.
North into town. That's as good as we're getting right now. Just away from everything.
Yeah,
Mm.
everyone's frantic in town. People are running everywhere. All shops are, barricading themselves in. Lots of people are just running out of town. Everyone who's in town visiting is calling it quits. They don't care what's going on, and they're getting away. So it's frantic. People bumping into you left and right. People falling down, getting trampled.
I mean, Lucian is. Yeah, there's no way I can feel off, right? Like, try to help people.
Yeah, and I think you are. Are you
Maybe
saying anything or?
I mean, no. I think he just gets to work. Honestly,
Well,
just
Belta was at the back of the group, so she's gonna notice him peel off, I think.
I think Miss B would just try to re-grip his hand to be like, "No, we're leaving."
Come now, child.
but
They hold hands a lot. I feel like she would notice when he tried to slip away.
that's fair.
It's cute.
He's well, he can't see most of the time, but he's bandana now, right? Bandana's down right now, so. Yeah, I guess whatever.
Yeah. I think you're helping people, and you begin to feel boom, boom, steps. Things are vibrating. Bricks are kind of like falling out of houses that have been maybe hit by stones, whatever the case might be. If you look in the distance, you'll see down the hill, because you come back up the slope, that the stone giant has regained his composure. And then also around him are all of those figures that have begun to pursue you as they're coming up the hill into the town.
Agent Beltol, you obviously came here for us. So you had a plan, of course, to get us out of here.
Well, it's pretty obvious those things are following you, isn't it? Staying in town is not the best chance if you want to help them, looking at Lucian as she says that.
Okay, then let's go anywhere else.
Yeah. So are you actually going to follow me this time?
Yes.
Lead the way, coach.
She's going to turn and lead them out into the wilderness outside of town.
Are the things following us?
It's real. You know it's cold out there, right? That's not a problem. Okay, that's fine. Just me.
Are the things following us?
Yeah, she just kind of like gives him like a side eye.
They're coming into town. So if you guys are leaving town, you do not see them following you. What you hear, though, is the screams of
I'm back in
men,
town.
women,
No.
children.
Hi. As soon as we started to move, they weren't following us. I'll go find them. I'm not gonna let innocent people get killed.
You get back into town, and
here's what I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do. I want to. This is a little technique. You may know this from one Krillin, the greatest fighter in the Z.
are you making a destructive disc?
No, I'm going to go for a solar flare, my friend. So I want to step between the baddies and the people, and I'm going to use Channel Divinity Raise the Dawn, which does damage to any enemy in the AoE and blinds them. So I'm going to try to buy people time to get away by blinding and hurting these things.
Interesting. Okay. And this is called, you said solar flare?
It's called yes. It's called Radiance of the Dawn.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I don't.
No, you had it right. It was solar flare.
But it is effectively.
So 30 foot, or you said 30 foot, right?
Yeah, it's a 30-foot bubble, and it's a con saving throw for any hostiles in that.
All right, I'm just gonna do kind of a 2 group. Okay, they don't. Yeah, roll that beautiful bean footage. Okay, so here's what I imagine. The group has gotten together. You hear the screams, and everyone's running, and you're trying to get to wherever this new agent is taking you. Lucian's torn. He turns around and runs back in. And what you'll see as you run back in is that the Goliath is holding up some man just by his throat. And the man takes a fireball into his hand and shoves it into the Goliath's chest. But the fireball you see just kind of absorbs into his skin. And then the Goliath takes his own fist, points it right on top of the guy's head with his other hand, and you see it just melt him. And then he drops him to the ground. That is when Lucian casts this extremely bright light within 30 feet. And what it's going to do is all of those creatures will fall to a knee and stand up, but almost like they're like frozen for a moment.
And
everyone's still, people are running by them and they're just kind of standing still.
And I'm like grabbing people and like just getting out of dodge.
Belto will have followed him back because she's got her own reasons. And just kind of like grumbling and cursing the whole way about how, she thought she could draw them away. Clearly that didn't work. And go and like plant herself in front of these creatures, the people and the monsters, and draw her blade and just kind of like be ready to be like to attack them as soon as they start moving, essentially.
Okay. Now the whole party has stopped. That is what I'm hearing. William grumbling. It goes, so we were running, turns around, sees this invading force, sees this flash of light goes off. She's ready to fight. No, that's not gonna work for me. I'm big coward energy. I'm gonna cast fog cloud. It's about, we'll say 30 feet in front of our new Agent Beltol, and it is a 60-foot radius. So she's gonna be a little bit in that cloud, but it's a big old fog cloud. And then I'm gonna shout, "Can we run now?" as I cast fog cloud.
If you can get your teammate to leave these people, then sure. Otherwise, we're here.
I think simultaneously, kind of
we can leave with them. We can help them leave. We don't have to go that way. We can go this way.
I'll help direct the crowd that way, just to help Lucian get moving.
She's gonna wait until Lucian's ready to leave. So like she's just standing here. She's a fence.
As soon as they started frozen, Lucian grabbed like a baby under each arm and started running. A small child, whatever. An old lady, maybe. I don't know.
That's my mama.
That's my mama. You get beat by the wrong mom.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so once the crowd starts clearing out, like she'll leave. She just wants to continue to be between where the enemy is and the crowd. She doesn't want that to distract us again, right? She'd rather be the first one hit than an innocent.
The fog drops down into this, it starts to drop down into this crowd with these creatures who have stopped. And they look like people, the different races you've seen before, but they just have this creepy smile and these eyes that are glowing. So no people, it's just glowing energy. And as the fog is just about to set, Lucian, you see it just as the fog settles. What was the name of the little girl from Taggart that you loved?
Bro, don't ask me questions. No, I don't know.
Hold on, pause. If anyone knows, can James get this out?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, it might be my notes.
Pick a name.
I'm sure I have.
No, we can't. No, we can't just pick a name.
It's in my notes.
Yeah, you can.
I have it in my notes. I gotta go way back.
It wasn't Tasha, wasn't it?
Don't tell me how to improv.
Tasha.
Was it Tasha?
It was Tasha. Good for you. Let's see. Did I have
I think notes.
I did.
Tasha's hideous laughter. It's about to be fucking real.
She's the mastermind. She did it all. No, okay, here we go, James.
She have a creepy ass smile and giggle. Fuck this.
As the fog begins to fall, you see someone who reminds you so much. The look, and even kind of the look of fear that you've seen her have before of Tasha. And then the fog sets, and she's trapped behind. She's the last person that's kind of trapped in behind this group because as she was getting knocked over as everyone was stampeding out, and she's kind of just sitting crying.
I'm gonna pass off the younglings that I have to anyone who looks strong enough to carry them, and I'm gonna run back in for Tasha. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm gone. I'm there.
And they're still standing still, and so you make it to the girl and you pick her up, and she's, oh, thank you, sir. And she's crying. She's dirt covered. She's kind of bleeding from her head where she's been pushed to the ground. And she grabs onto your neck and buries her face kind of in your shoulder.
I'm just gonna, shh. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. Come on, just hold on tight. And I'm just gonna book it.
As you're darting out, the creatures begin to move very slowly again. And you're able to make it just past the who would have been the first guys you took to get this girl. They begin to move, and they're walking slowly towards you again as you get everyone out to the exit. And there's a cart that's loaded up, and the girl calls out to someone on that cart, or vice versa, and she apparently knows them.
Okay. It's Papa! Duncan!
Papa! I'm a
friendly
Mimi.
neighborhood butcher who always used to give me the choicest snacks. I love you.
And I imagine you pass that.
Yeah,
you
for
pass
sure.
her off.
Yeah.
And people are running. You can just see as far as you can see, people have been running, and at whatever method they used to get here, they are leaving this town.
I set her down and I slip her a lolly. And I go back and try to...
You're a stranger who just gave her candy. Okay.
Yeah, I give kids candy. Okay, and people say
It's a thing.
people can say that's creepy, but fuck you if you don't think kids deserve a little treat.
Before he joined the KNG, he was 17. That should be fine, right? You're still a kid.
Well, there's laws
kid.
we gotta
Still a
take
kid,
into
still,
account.
Anyway, gonna push Lucian back out of town, please and thanks. Let's run away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you can travel the main road for a while, and I think you do. I think everyone should kind of travel this well-beaten path that would lead back up to the northwest, kind of to where the port city is that brings you onto this continent. But you break away. Yeah, and you begin to take this kind of off-beaten path that definitely no one has been traveling.
Yeah, so after getting you guys out of the city and getting you to leave, Beltol will take the lead again and lead you guys off of the main road and off into the wilderness. Just kind of like grumbling the whole way to herself.
You mean you came from the KNG this whole time and we're still walking? Why haven't we teleported away?
Yeah, well, it's not that easy.
But why not?
Situations like this, you got to get to a safe house before you can teleport. What, you want to take some of those things back with us?
Sure, why not? The KNG seems quite powerful. Saying they couldn't handle it?
Do you know what's affecting those people, or how that's working, or if it's contagious, or what's going on?
Oh, gods no, but I know that I don't want them to eat me, so...
Yeah, so why don't we take them back to, where a bunch of really powerful
where
people
all
are?
the
and
most
let that
powerful
be-
people I've ever met are? Yes.
Yeah, let them be contagious
Yes,
there.
please. It's
Great plan.
fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, how far is the safe house from here? My feet are killing me.
Devin, how far is the safe house? I have no idea.
You would know. It's only about 5 more miles from where you're at.
Okay. Almost there. Just hold on.
5 more miles. Oh, sorry, he doesn't know that. Damn it. He stops moaning.
Just
I'm used
I
to
said he
this.
stops audibly moaning.
I know, but I imagine before that, before you had to mention stopping, that it was just
for
yeah,
sure.
continuous,
He has
yeah.
been complaining this whole time.
I've gotten pretty used to being the only child in a group, but this is actually kind of comforting. Thanks.
You're welcome. Now give her a lolly.
I do offer her a long.
She like looks at it and like considers for a moment,
Molasses tree.
and then we'll like kind of like take it, but it's like a swipe. You know, it's not like a gentle take. It's just like, give me that.
I'm not taking it because you want me to.
Oh, it's gonna feel so good when
I'm not
you
taking it
warm up
because
to
I
me.
want it. I'm taking it because you don't need it.
When we become best friends down the line, it is gonna feel so good. Oh, because I'm gonna have to overcome this wall, so that when I get over it, it's gonna be personally rewarding for me.
Yeah, I don't think if you guys don't have any other questions for this new agent, I can take you to that safe house.
Yeah, you know, while we're sitting here almost coming into this
Can we take
safe
a
house,
short rest, maybe?
Yes.
I'm okay, great. Let's fucking give me all my spell slots back, baby.
I get a lot back on short rest.
I love that. The warlock of the party's like, oh wait, we're resting? Okay.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Well, you know, the last time I stood still, I had a boulder thrown on me, so I'm not keen on the idea.
That's a nice boulder.
I wanted to say it the whole time we've been saying fucking
Let's go
boulders.
back. Let's cancel. Let's stop right now and go back.
Let's rewind.
I think Miss B will keep watch because she doesn't need to regain anything special during a short rest. Just occasionally looking up because Summer will be up around flying. Otherwise, she's just gonna make sure the boys are safe for now.
Yeah. On the real though, who are you with, and why should we trust you?
She like
Yes, you little girl.
kind of like looks at him and like raises an eyebrow. Just and she'll pull out they have like badge insignias, right?
Yeah. So usually, like each agent will kind of figure out how they want to, put that. If it's like a wallet flip, or if it's like on a bandana on the underside of it. So you kind of can just flavor up however you want.
Yeah, hers is just kind of it's like a wallet flip, but it's just kind of like shoved in a pocket somewhere, and like pulls out and like some pocket lint falls out too, and like shoves the wallet at him. And inside you see it's the KNG credentials, like insignia, and it shows that she's a level
She's a
5?
rank, so it's a V
Rank
Roman
5?
numerals. She's rank V. So the dumb way I made things, it's 1, 2, 3 Roman numerals, then it jumps to 5 and then to 10. So those are your ranks.
Okay, great. So William skeptically is going to raise up his rod of detect magic to it. Is it magical?
It detects magic.
Oh, you know what? This checks out.
Did I do that right? Am I playing this right? Am I playing this game right?
You did. I mean, it always detects magic.
Yeah, I know, because it's right.
Yes, thank you.
This checks out.
Appreciate this.
She'll like take it back from him whenever he's done with it. Just
Yep. Seems legit.
Lucian,
Not sure where they sent a child, but looks at Lucian. Nope, you know what? I am sure, actually.
Lucian is just like sitting on the ground with his like arms wrapped around his knees, bandana down, cigarette hanging from his mouth unlit, just like real sad boy times. Lucian.
Miss B, roll a perception check for me.
Yeah, sure.
See if you see him crying.
No one sees my tears. That's why I wear this bandana.
Oh, they're made of light.
It can only absorb
Yeah,
so much.
20. So 25, please, and thanks.
You guys have made your way into a wooded area. I would suppose you wouldn't be out in the open, but I don't want to put that wooded area on you.
No, I think
we were in the wilderness looking for the safe house, so yes, hopefully it's a wilderness.
Yeah. Miss B, you guys are maybe sitting, standing. I don't know, but you're relaxing. I'd say because you're taking a short rest, kind of in a comfortable position. But Miss B is kind of encircling, almost instinctively, motherly around this in a larger radius, and you hear the shuffle of leaves, and you quickly look over, and you see a small mechanical spider sitting on it, like on the side of a tree.
Fucking again. Miss B is just gonna flick one of her daggers at it. Just toss it.
Yes, let me roll to see what happens.
Well, I can roll a dagger.
Probably gonna be a ranged attack to home.
Well, good thing she can do range stuff.
I'm just it will probably be an attack roll just to hit that thing's AC.
And do that as well.
This is going to be an 11.
Just do it, everyone. No. So it, I think maybe you can see almost like the camera that is inside. It's so there's maybe like a shell, like a darker color casing over the top of this, but you're able to still see through what's in it. So you see some of the gear pieces inside, and there's like this camera inside, and it's the lens is opening and closing as you move around. And as you throw the dagger, it quickly moves out of the way, and then it scampers up the tree, extremely tall tree, into the brush, and is gone.
She'll like go over to the tree and pick up her dagger and like continue moving on for this watch.
I mean, so like we're still awake. This is a short rest. You all right, Miss B? Making a lot of noise over there.
I saw one of those spider things again.
You what? You want to
Spider
refresh
things?
my memory?
Do you remember when we were out camping and I stabbed a thing and it was gears everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
During the ship mission?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember the shit all over my shoes for sure.
Yeah.
Good thing we have magic to take care of it, but we're not walking in shit right now, so there's that.
Sure. And
yeah,
so
no.
one of these spiders.
Yep, just saw another one. And it scampered away.
Is this a thing that Beltol would have ever heard about happening before?
No.
Cool.
Is this a thing that Lucian would have ever heard about happening before?
It has happened to you, well, other than the other incidents, so no. Other than what's already happened.
Did maybe Breeze tell me about this in the cave?
No.
He's like, if you ever see robot spiders, you know what that means.
No, he didn't. That was not one of the conversations you had. He didn't feel it pertinent.
A lot of those conversations were without words.
I need a journal, like a voice journal for like.
We'll do it.
Day four.
We'll do it. We'll sit down and we'll have fun.
You hear
in that journal.
Scream or whatever sound Summer makes. As you, I think,
She's an
click
owl.
over and see that those figures are still pursuing, and they're about a mile behind you.
Oh. Good news, we need to get going. Bad news, the guys from town are following. Let's go.
Neither of those
These
seem
are not
like
following
good
people.
news, so
We're not following
See,
people. That's good.
Yeah, I knew there were.
you and I more different.
That's fine.
Well, they went before. But yeah, we should go.
Looks at tiny child. Please lead the way wherever we're going.
Yeah,
I want
come
to say
on,
which
this way.
one, but I'm not going to.
She's like
I wouldn't get it.
Well,
starts walking off.
that's a fair.
I wouldn't get that question.
It's fair. I follow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and-
Lucian, the young adult. With legal voting rights.
I think I think you're getting it. You're scooting now. Okay,
We're
maybe
boot
out of
scooting.
fear. What you're boot scooting and boogieing all the way to what looks like just another section of the woods. But this new agent walks over to a tree larger than the rest that are surrounding it, and you inscribe almost with your, just like one of your swords, a symbol, and that symbol begins to glow and turns into a wooden door.
And then she like opens the door and gestures them in.
Yeah, and
Miss
so you all
Weasel
Pretty
walk
neat
in.
trick.
you all walk in, and as you walk inside, it's a large room, a large square room. I'd say 50 by 50. There's not, it's unfurnished. It's just blank room, and I need Lucian, Miss B, and William to roll just a flat d20 for me. No, wait, let's do this. Let's do some of your feats. Let's do some of your things. This would probably be a charisma check.
Oh, cool. Just a check?
So
Or-
that would be performance or persuasion or intimidation.
I mean,
like
I think it's straight up. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's straight up charisma. I think I don't know how. I don't have a good one of those. Doesn't quite fit it.
okay.
yeah, well,
And after we
never
roll
mind.
it, maybe you can make a case for why, and we'll see what your rolls.
sure.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
That's an 11.
William rolled a 9.
Okay, Miss B. And here, let me tell you this, so maybe you can correct me. So this is a DM learning things about Dungeons and Dragons. The thing is, and you'll explain, and she'll explain this in a minute, obviously, but the person with the strongest personality will have the room at these safe houses become how they would decorate it. Very much like your rooms are.
Oh, okay.
The safe houses are
Oh.
like that.
Yeah, I like that.
So whoever has the
Oh,
strongest
it's a Harry Potter
personality,
training room.
yes, essentially, yeah. Like, what do I need? A room of
requirements.
requirement.
Yeah.
So I don't. So for me, it was like rolling a charisma for you because kind of like strong personality. So I don't know if there's something else you think you would.
No, I think it's perfect.
I think that's a good one.
All right. So Miss B, what is this? So it doesn't have to be like how would you decorate a room, like a living room or like a den? Because that's what this essentially will be.
For like a space for Miss B, like just general living area, it would be very lightly colored, like pale purples. If there's windows, like it's the sheer white fabrics, elegant couches. It's plush in a way, but like not too squishy where you fall back into the chair. But like dark fabrics, almost velvety in a sense. The wood's dark. And sometimes like silvery accents to things. There'll be like tons of paintings on the wall, like very classically painted, mostly landscapes.
I love it. And so you all see this things begin to pop up around you. I imagine there's maybe like little teacups, on a fine table. Plenty of seating arrangements, whatever you kind of like, I think begin to pop up all around you.
Cool. Once they're all in,
I think
she'll
it's
step
neat.
inside and shut the door.
Okay. And now you're just in.
Now we can teleport home.
Yeah. It takes a minute, and she'll start going through the process of that.
Start drawing
I'm
a
not-
circle.
Woman's anxiety.
Pulls out
I get it.
chalk.
I'm not entirely sure how this process works, but
Well, concern.
Devin,
No, that was-
Devin, tell us how the
Was it-
process works.
no, that was out of character. Neko doesn't
Okay,
know how
so-
this works.
Cool.
In every safe house, there is a machine, and it's pretty similar. And no matter who does it, they come standard with all the rooms. And there is a ticket that you get for every mission. When you go out on a mission, you get this one ticket. It's like a one-way back type thing. So if you find a safe house, so instead of taking a train, they give you this ticket. It goes into the slot, and it calls for teleportation, like a one free get back home. But you're like in a queue. And so you don't always get to go back just immediately.
Yeah.
You kind of get like a message sent back to you that says, hey, it's your turn. And then you go stand on this portal that will appear and you're back.
You are now 20th in line.
Yes.
All of our
She pulls out the
representatives are busy
ticket.
helping teleporting other customers.
Listen, there's 15 mages on duty at all time, or 15 wizards, and they're the ones getting you back. So
and
it's-
it's funny because those
Coffee
15
breaks.
wizards aren't a flying castle. The 15 other
Yeah, they're in a
wizards that
flying
fly.
castle. Yeah.
not
Um.
serving number 69. Zero thank you for that.
Nice.
Got
So
him.
she'll go and put the ticket in this machine, and just kind of shrug a little bit and just, well, now I wait.
Mm-hmm.
Is it per safe house or per person?
For safe house. So
Yeah,
she's
I
kind of
don't-
got the one for you guys to all get back.
It's one per team. So, considering they sent me to fetch all you guys, they'll probably take all of us.
Here's hoping. Real quick question, Agent Beltor. What the fuck were those things?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Oh, you don't know?
You seemed to
Nope.
know quite a lot earlier when you were saying they were following us.
William shakes his pen vigorously. Ashley, get out here!
No.
What's that
are
gesture
you
like again?
doing? Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You
He's
can
making a
stop
masturbatory gesture.
that. Oh,
I was
If you're not watching the
sent to figure
VOD,
out- I was sent to figure out what was going wrong. Why the hell you guys weren't responding to any of the contacts? To try to get you back. We need to talk to you. And I found all that mess going on, so I got you out. Said what I needed to say. What do you want me to do?
I was just kind of hoping you would have answers, but do appreciate the rescue. Don't misinterpret that at all. The walking, not a huge fan of, but not so important. Ashley, what the fuck were those things?
I don't know. It's so familiar, but I just can't place it. The magic. It feels. I know it, but I just don't know from where. I'm sorry. It's kind of making me feel a weird way. Even I'm gonna go now. I don't
Gross.
feel very good.
Okay, go back in your pen.
huh?
Take it to
That's a rude
local
thing to
Poke
tell
Center
her.
later.
So Ashley's like really
She
strong.
said
though,
she wasn't
right?
feeling good.
But she's like really strong, though, right?
Well, no, not really. She's missing like parts of her soul and body.
But if I understand correctly, because you told me this once, we sat down and you drew me a diagram, and so you're strong because Ashley gives you some of her power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're pretty strong.
Debatable.
All right.
You shot a laser.
Okay.
That rocket thing. I mean, you're pretty strong. I mean, you got moves. I've seen
Sure.
So
Mm-hmm.
that means that Ashley's even stronger than that, because that's just you're just using a part.
Oh,
of
for
her
sure.
power. So she's really strong.
If only she could use it, yeah.
But my point is that if Ashley's really, really strong, and whatever those things were made Ashley feel the way that Ashley felt like bad. They hurt her, they made her sick, or whatever. Then they have to be really strong.
Real quick question, DM. How does William feel?
William is unaffected that you know of.
So he doesn't feel any different.
Right.
Okay.
Does your magic still work if she's not feeling well?
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's fine. I can perform under pressure. It's fine.
Yeah, because she's really, really strong. So even if she's sick, she can still. Yeah, but that's the point, though, is that means that's really scary, right?
No, I'm not that scared of it. I'm scared of them in general. They're creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm waiting up for our choo-choo train out of here, actually.
Thinking about it, do we recognize any of the weird people?
No, you would not.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Take a little look at something actually here real quick.
I think Miss B is just listening into their conversation, but she's just kind of like looking at the paintings on the wall. Having Summer on her shoulder now.
In Is there a fire here? I feel like it wouldn't be completely without a fire. I just didn't know if there was one.
She would have a fireplace for certain.
Yeah. Okay. It feels very
Cool.
good. You feel
I
you
could
feel-
sit next to it.
I could sit in it. How does that feel, Eshy?
No, next to
How
it.
does that? No, I'm just.
I begin to drink from my never-ending alcoholic drink.
You
Hey,
hear?
can I
Oh,
do
go
it
ahead.
really quick?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to cast a spell, augury.
Ooh.
So I'm able to kind of light these candles, and it's like a way that I commune with Nova, and it's kind of like a divination ritual where she can like make the flame brighter or dimmer based on results. So
Like talking to you in that way. Okay.
yeah, exactly. It's a way for me to commune with her kind of like directly. And so I describe a plan or a course of action to Nova, and Nova will, using her omnipotence, tell me, you, the DM, will tell me, wheel, meaning that would be good for you, woe, that would be bad for you, wheel and woe, both good and bad, or
Okay.
there's just nothing. It's
Okay.
totally neutral. Spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
Just the ultimate result
It's just,
of your decision.
This is like a super flavorful spell, honestly. I think every DM plays it differently, but I just wanted to kind of give you the once over the moon.
Yeah. So what are you using? Well, I guess it says Jim and Late Sticks. Like, what are you using to?
I'm flavoring the candles.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you can use. It says Jim and Late Sticks, dragon bones, ornate cards. Or
How many candles is it?
We'll just say that it's 3 candles. It'll just be like
Okay.
a wheel, a woe, and then a wheel and a woe. And then if they all go out, that's enough.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So as I'm preparing this ritual, I'm describing what I'm doing to my compatriots and why I'm doing it. And I'm just going to say, hey, so I figured maybe we can figure something out about these guys if we ask a question in the right way. What do you guys think about that?
Miss B will go
good
join
to me.
Lucian and be like, yeah, I'll play along.
It's just going to really come down to what we want to ask and how we can ask it in the smartest way to learn the most. So my first instinct was just asking, like, hey, if we were to go leave this safe house and face those creatures, what would happen? That would kind of give us an idea of how strong we are. Because if it was a wheel, then we could take them, and we couldn't. And that was kind of the best question I could think of off the top of my head. But if you guys have any suggestions,
No, that seems like a rather
Would be
clever
nice
question.
if Dr. Enoch was here. He would know which question to ask.
He would know what to do.
Oh, maybe you can ask him with the book.
maybe you can. You got your little black book.
Did he sign the book?
He
Did I
did.
have him do it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, neat. Cool. Yeah. I write in my book and I ask, I say, Dr. Enoch, which question should we ask should Lucian ask to get out of our predicament? Weird zombies plus safe room plus weird agent. And I write all this down, not say it out loud, because that's how it works.
I'm gonna give Zebra, as he's in this live recording, a moment to ponder it. So Jen, you can cut all this out as we wait for Zebra to. Inevitably,
Don't you
this
wish
man is
you
going
were
crazy.
a fucking patron right now?
What a
Yeah,
cool
you know what?
thing
Leave
we're
it in.
doing. What a cool thing
Yeah.
we're doing. It's very fun. Like a bigger than our Just Us game right now. Especially with to talk about the Discord roleplay, for a minute. Like it's even like another layer of like other people that are kind of playing the game with this.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do a little plug while we wait. You're like, hey, you should join us at patreon.lawfulstupid.org. That way you can participate in all these fun things.
And basically what's happening is I'm outsourcing all of my D&D content. So really, none of this I've come up with. This is
You're the genius here. You're the one. They're writing the campaign.
Yeah,
for
you've given your job away. You know what I mean? Like that's.
You really know
That's
how to do nothing. So
You're an expert. You're
You're
expert at
delegating.
delegating.
Yeah, that's
It's
how
the-
D&D 6e works. It's delegating and dragons.
That's the only way.
Yeah,
to
it's
succeed
you
in
ever play those
D7.
games where you don't actually do anything? That's what
Gotta
this
learn to
is.
delegate. A senior
I call
non-commissioned
that job
officer-
being a dad. I don't really do much there. I just kind of make my wife do it. Honey, you pooped again.
Yeah,
Go do that
and
thing.
you can apply that to every facet. Just make your wife do all of it.
Like, I just don't go to work. I don't even know if I'm fired. I've been back.
Bro, look. Yes. It's the best.
I don't know. I think Zebra may have fallen asleep. So this really cool thing we thought we were doing.
So it's not what I missed.
Oh.
I wasn't listening to your dumb show.
It's cool,
Okay,
'cause
so
Ginger's gonna fix
Ginge
it
really
all.
cut out this part right here. So Zebra, real quick, what we're doing is this awesome spell that Shane has done to really kind of set the mood really
Augury.
awesomely. Augury. So he set out these 3 candles. He's trying to confer with his comrades. What questions should they ask Nova in order to receive a sign that will happen about what they should do in 30 minutes? So his kind of pitch was like, should we ask, if we can beat these things, should we fight them if we can do that? So what question? And so then they said, well, we should ask, wish Dr. Enoch was here. Well, they forgot you had signed the book so they can commune with you. So they're asking you, Dr. Enoch, what question should we ask Nova? And that is now what you are going to answer. And I'll give you a minute or so if you want.
How neat. No pressure.
No, but
Like, we have a solid backup plan. We can ask him if we buy it. That's pretty good.
it's live. We don't have a solid backup plan. Tell us, all the pressure's on you.
And so scenario again,
Yeah, you
if you
can-
weren't here, they've
feel-
made it to the safe house. If you're talking, Zeebs, you're not.
He's asking if he has permission. Yeah, you can unmute.
Yeah, you can talk to you.
That's
Okay.
easier than typing it.
I just didn't want to, jump in without. All right, so you guys are asking Dr. Enoch what he would recommend asking Nova using the augury spell.
Mhm.
Yeah, to learn specifically to learn the most we can, or the most valuable information that we can glean about these strange, bright-eyed devil people that I hate. So, like, my suggestion, what off the top of my head, my thought was, hey, we can ask, could you describe like what you would do? And Nova's like, that would work out good for you, or that would work out bad for you. So we'll describe like a scenario where like we left the safe house and went out and like tried to fight these things or stop them, or maybe we went back for you to get you into the safe house. Maybe would that be good or would that be bad?
Yeah, because it can only answer good or bad.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
or bad or well, good
Mixed bag.
or
Nothing.
or just like your call cannot be completed as styled.
Right. No, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
okay.
think if Enoch would actually know the constraints of the augury or whatnot, but
Really bright guy.
let's see. I think he'd tell you guys to find out if you're in danger, if you I guess he would probably be concerned with the immediate danger. If you stay or go, which would be more dangerous, so you guys could regroup and find more information out. He would definitely be advising to get you guys more information.
Got it.
Okay.
So William reads the response in the
Which
book.
is
No, go ahead. If you got a zebra, give it. Wink.
Well, he won't have his audio, so
Yeah, I'm not recording, so I don't know. I can send it to James later, but yeah, just to give you guys the feel.
Verbatim.
Yes,
Yeah, if you send it in a message, I can read it because it's in a book. So if you want to type it.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could say it out loud and you could just repeat it.
Yeah, or that.
A lot of options.
Good options.
What does meme mean, Echo? What was that?
When you were making the noises.
As an
But the
old League
guy
of
that was
Legends
super
thing.
proud of the Ellen joke.
Mm.
Yeah.
You make like the best face when you do that.
Thanks.
All right. So William reads his response in this book, and he says, Professor Peacock says, find a safe place to regroup. Ask Nova if you're safe where you are.
See, it's a safe house is the problem. So I'm going to assume that based on the name, that's fine.
You know what they say about assumptions.
That they're the only thing you can do if you don't have solid information. Is your just best chance to make a decision. I agree.
So I got a spell that works kind of the same way. It's not for gods, but it's not the point. You might just be real specific when you ask your question. Like, not just, oh, are we safe here? It's like, hey, if we stay here inside this house until we're able to leave, how's that going to work out for us?
So that,
like, until the portal appears, or what?
And I totally get that, but I'm operating on the assumption that that's already true. Because if it's not, what are our other options, right? So I'm going to ask it instead about our other options should be if we went out and like confronted them.
Yeah, so I mean, be specific. If we go out and attack them, if we go out and try to talk to them, you know.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to ask. Yeah, no, it's me. Real quick. So, if we were to, instead of staying in the safe house and then through the portal and then going back to the king, if we were to leave the safe house and instead go out and confront these otherworldly beings from before, how would that work out? How would that be a good call or just let me know. I got the candles.
Long pause where some really ominous music kicks in right here. What's your stance, your pose or posture while you're talking to Nova?
Well, because it used to be like a very like traditional like prayer stance, like hands clasped together like on my knees. But ever since I started training in martial arts and learning about meditation and ki, it's more like that. It's more like legs crossed, like arms in a relaxed state, and just kind of like meditating.
And William, where are you currently in this room? What are you doing?
Last I checked, I was in front of the fireplace drinking and writing in my book.
And he'll have his bandana down so that he can watch the candles and see the response, obviously. And you will note that anybody's paying attention, his eyes are glowing full bright again.
Miss B, what are you doing?
She was sitting next to Lucian. I don't know if he's sitting on the floor or not, but she'd be sitting on the couch, like legs crossed, hands folded in her lap, just kind of watching.
Legs crossed, applesauce.
Imagine that.
No, like at the ankle. Very ladylike.
Yeah, of course, very ladylike. If there was like a coffee table, and these couches, Lucian would be sitting like crisscross in a meditative stance with the candles like in front of him, all three laid out on the coffee table and lit.
Agent Beltol, what are you doing?
Yeah, she's gonna, like, after Lucian's like, cool, that's a great question, I'm gonna not ask that, and went and totally asked something different. She's gonna like sigh very irritably, just do everything myself around here. I'm just gonna go over like off to some spot that's kind of clear.
Casting her spell.
I'm gonna fucking cast Augury, you bitch.
No, yeah,
That's all
absolutely. She's gonna remove the chain that's wrapped around her sword and lay it out in a fancy like circular pattern with like there's these two like kind of clasps that go in the middle and then like another medallion sort of on the top. So it's like there's these 3 medallions kind of laid out in a triangle pattern. And then cast the very same spell and ask her questions like, hey, if we just stay here and don't leave until the teleportation circle appears, how's it going to turn out for us?
That's awesome. Yes, that is the best case scenario. I didn't know that you could actually just cast Augury as well. That's perfect because now we know everything.
Who asked whose question first?
Lucian would have started casting a spell. It costs me 11 minutes to cast a spell as a ritual.
Yeah, so I think you've got your setup, and perhaps you've had this conversation about what question, what's going to work best, and she starts layers out as you're already you've asked your question, and like a wind blows through the room and cuts out each candle in line, and even the fireplace goes out.
I cast Precipitation to relight the fireplace.
And it comes back on.
I want to stay warm.
And then so you ask your question, which is?
If we just stay here inside and don't go out that door until the teleportation circle appears, how good is that going to be for us?
So the candles...
In very much that tone. She's not at all nearly as formal about it.
We're not Candleland anymore.
Yeah, your
now
medals.
we're in Shanetown.
Yeah, we're in Shanetown. Your medals...
They can either glow or flip. I'm okay.
I would say I think that they all flip to tails if you have a tails, and then 2 of them flip back to heads.
Indicating.
I don't know if that's like a good luck or bad luck for you. So we're going to assume that your character thinks that heads is good luck, or like better. It's better than tails.
Well, so it's wheel, woe, wheel and woe, or no response.
So it was wheel and woe. So it was a good.
Okay.
Because the candles all went out on Lucian's thing, it's no response.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa,
that would have been. So the way that it would be set up is that there are 3 candles. The one, we'll say the one on the left would be wheel. The one on the right would be woe. The one in the middle would be wheel and woe.
Oh, see, I thought they were like something. Okay, I misunderstood that.
And they're all lit.
Yeah.
They're all lit, and the one that the answer is will shine bright to indicate that's the correct answer.
Oh, I was just trying to
but
think.
If there was no answer, they'd all go out.
Gotcha.
So you're saying that it's just the woe one would shine bright. That would be a bad move.
Yes. And so for years I was trying to do dramatic effect, like how bad it would be because they all went out, even the fireplace.
That's what that is what I got across. Like no answer, like so no answer. Like, don't even fucking think about it. that's the message I received from my guys. Don't you even fucking think about it. Stop.
Yes.
That's what I assumed too. I was like, oh, that's bad.
Same. Not
yeah. And just as like you get a response, your coins flip, there's a bright flash outside, and the top of this tree that you're in is ripped apart as the stone giant is peering in at you and begins to reach in. And then you see something go through his head, one side out the other. And the giant falls to the ground out of sight.
No,
and then the door at the front shouldn't have opened, and it opens up. You see a figure, and he says, "Nice digs."
We're already doing.
And that's what we're in the episode.
So cool.
We're already doing our secret handshake.
So
Being breeze.
cool.
We have a secret
Yeah, and they do that.
We're doing it.
And that's what we're in the episode.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode. I'm not going to go any further. I love you so much.
Hey, if you want to support the show, you can go to store.lawfulstupid.org. You you can get some stickers. Better get your stickers now because Lucian is a changing. And I don't imagine they'll be the same way.
You know me and my
For much
costume
longer.
changes. You know how I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, you can get the stickers.
Gonna have to
For the
update
show.
Lucian for sure.
That's true.
And that's just 2.0.
Mhm.
Who does the feature roles? Got the life editing.
Don't worry, we'll get another 6 episodes in, Devin, and then Shayna want to just go full cleric again. It's fine.
Yeah, please, can I reroll my character?
Well, we have 4 phases you're allowed to take in this campaign. We've talked about it. You get 4 changes
Yeah.
anytime you want.
Thanks, man.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah, move on, Joe.
Operation Surf. This is actually the last month.
I fucked it up last time. This is last month for Operation Surf.
More money. Who cares?
More money for them. Hell yeah, let's go with a 12.
Boom.
$12. Hey, Operation Surf. It's really good thing to do, and you should contribute to that when you roll community at the games that you play, because that's the best way to end a session. Everybody gets together. You don't even have to carry that burden alone. Put it 4 people. Everybody can chip in and just cover the role, and then you all did something cool together. And when you do, tell me about it. Tell me what you rolled and tell me what you get to, and I'll be very excited.
Thank you.
Okay.
I already did my plug today.
Did you? Oh,
In the middle of the
yes.
episode.
We're keeping that. Staying in.
You know what to do.
Neko, I didn't know if you wanted to plug anything. This is not your last episode, by the way. Maybe perhaps next episode might be, but I forgot to ask you if you wanted to plug anything for just your own purposes, your own
Not
selfish reasons.
particularly. I just be chilling. Hey, guess what? If you become a patron, you can do this too.
Hey,
Yay!
be like me. Be like me.
You can
Yeah,
create
go
a
to patreon.lawfulstupid.org.
Everyone just
Plug it
fucking.
again.
Everyone just got her
You
fucking
can,
heels up. Everyone's just like, yeah.
You can create your very own character to come in here and either antagonize or befriend the 3 heroes.
Mostly both.
And I'll leave you with this good news story. Google flies in to help Girl Scouts with cookie sales shortfall, delivering thousands of boxes via drone.
What Google doesn't tell you, and what this story doesn't tell you, is each time they delivered these cookies, they took 75% of the profit. They've also reverse engineered the recipe and put the Girl Scouts out of business. Nobody does the Girl Scouts anymore. They just go to the Google Play Store on their Android phones. And if they have iPhones, they don't use it because they're better than that. They go to the Girl Scout cookies, the real Girl Scouts.
Well, that's not even close to true. Let me tell you what really happened. What really happened is, hey, Google, who's their natural enemy?
Amazon?
Exactly right. You got it first.
Girl Scouts?
Their natural
Girl
enemy
Scouts?
is Amazon. So I have you'll see the link in the show notes here. It's a link to a catalog of photographs, 114 photographs taken of people that enjoy Girl Scout cookies, and they're all holding Google phones. Let me tell you why. Because Google, they made a little deal with those Girl Scouts, and they gave them technology that made them so delicious. Like more than cookies should be, because they're cutting edge of Google tech. And they put nanobots inside of those cookies, and when you eat them, they buy a Google phone and not use Amazon. And they made a
I thought you said makes you want to eat them. I didn't know if you meant.
And they made a sizable
He
investment.
did, but I thought he meant the girls.
Makes you want to be a cannibal. That's what I'm saying.
They made a sizable
I was like,
investment.
Jesus.
Google made a sizable investment.
We'll get rid of
in
these
its-
Girl Scouts.
Google made a sizable
Oh, jeez.
investment
Okay.
in an attempt to take.
I
down
guess
the
a whole new meaning to the tag-along cookies.
Guys, he's still talking.
Google made a sizable investment in order to cripple their only natural enemy, Amazon. And when they did that, they had to protect it. So when they heard about what was happening to the Girl Scouts, they had to become involved. They had to bail them out, not because they're heroes and not because they wanted, young girls to learn about entrepreneurship, but because they had to protect their investment. Wake up, people.
What you got, Bob?
What I got? What if? I'll change it up. The KNG decided to take over the Girl Scouts, and they're the new sponsorship of all of this. So now we've got magic.
Oh, same thing.
We got now weird
We eat
zombie
the
shit
girls.
going on. We apparently eat the girls now too, but it's
I
all
never
good
said
because the
that.
Girl Scouts get the profits because Lucian wouldn't let kids not have all the good things in life. So we're good. Win-win.
Those
Profit,
who survive,
baby.
yeah, they get the profits.
Cool. Thank you, Girl Scouts, for sponsoring this episode to your life. And as usual, we say thanks for listening. And until next time,
We love
bye.
you.
Bye. You gotta wait for the other side.
There's a camera now, Devin.
Devin, you gotta wait. There's the other. Okay.
Anti-mark.